January 2025 Dollar Bead Box unboxing. Hey y'all, it's April. Thanks for stopping by my crazy creative life. In today's video, it's just going to be a quick one. I have this come in the mail, I think yesterday. It's Dollar Bead Box, and this is for January 2025. So we're going to unbox it and see what's here. The funny thing is, I had stopped that subscription a couple of months ago, and somehow or another it restarted on its own, and I got this. So I don't know if I'll go back and unsubscribe again, or if I'll just, it kind of just depends on, you know, finances, that type of thing, if I want to keep going with them or not. But let's go ahead and see what we've got. I wanted to pop in here just a minute to tell you some exciting news. I have merch now. So you can go to the merch store. It's mycrazycreativelife-shop.fourthwall.com. And that's the website. I will link it down in the description box below. And these are the items in my merch store. It's just my logo, but we'll see how this goes, and then we'll start creating more merch. Then if you'd like to support my channel, well, the easiest way is to like and subscribe. But if you would like to support further than that, then you can go to Buy Me a Coffee, and here's the information here. buymeacoffee.com/MCCL2023. I will also link this down in the description box below, and it's also on my main page. But for all of you who have supported my channel through subscriptions or what have you, I deeply appreciate all of you, and I love you guys. Now back to the video. Okay, so as you see, it's January 2025. Now with Dollar Bead Box, they're like any other bead box subscription company, and you just go on there, subscribe to them. They send a curated set of beads out for you for that particular month, and then they will give you a coupon code that, let's see, for this one it says you can get 10% off of check glass bead drops if you place an order between now and midnight January 31st, and they give you a code. So that's that, and I will leave a link in the description box below for them. As of right now, I don't have a coupon code for me, but I still will leave a link to where you can go and see them. Alright, I always like to start off with the bead bag. I had the Dollar Bead Box and Dollar Bead Bag. The Dollar Bead Bag is $8, and the Dollar Bead Box, oh gosh, it's been a while. I can't remember, it's maybe 20 something altogether. With I don't think they charge for shipping, but with taxes and all that good stuff, the two together, it's like right around $30. So let's start with the bag. The bag always matches whatever the bead box is for that particular month. The little beads always match it. So let me try to divide up. These are pretty. Which, what is it? Garnet, I think, is January's birthstone. So I think they're playing off of the birthstone. But let me get going here before I get sidetracked. So let's put these over here, and put these here, and we'll try to get them figured out. Alright, so the first strand, it's either a dark pink or a crystal carnation lumi. So it's probably this one, because that looks like a dark pink to me. Try to get it to follow my hand and not the table. Next, there is a raspberry luster or dark raspberry copper. It's got to be this one, unless there's another. No, it's not. This is matte copper or matte Victorian bronze, so that to me looks like copper. That's the third one on the list anyway. But yeah, that looks like matte copper to me. It could be Victorian bronze, but let's see. I think this one is no, I believe it's this one. It's either cyan or matte cyan, and I do believe it's this red. There's raspberry luster or dark raspberry copper. So it must be this. I think whenever I move it around in the light, it does show just a little bit of copper. So I've got the dark raspberry copper. Okay, and all of these are 3mm strands. Now let's move on to the 4mm. Hopefully I'll do a better job at that, at these. Okay, so 4mm, it's another dark pink or crystal carnation Lumi. I'm assuming it is this. I think that's what I thought the first one was. And they both are the same color, pretty much. So, yeah, I believe that is our dark pink. I believe that's what we got. Alright, next we have a opaque light rose. It's got to be this one. This real pretty pink. Not only is this, you know, kind of playing off the garnet for January's birthstone, it's also getting us ready for Valentine's, kind of like how Bargain Bead Box did. Next, it's Alabaster Ruby Luster. Okay, that's ruby. To me, it looked a little darker than ruby, but ruby and garnet's pretty close. Okay, so there's... And it's got that... That's not the AB finish. What is it? It's just luster is what I'll call it. Okay. It's almost like a metallic. Then we've got matte cyan or ruby Maria. And I believe it's matte cyan because I think that was the cyan. And that's kind of clear. And this one is matte. Okay. I always have a hard time trying to decipher what theirs is. It's always pretty, but... Alright, let's go to the box now. I'm also going to start off with the strands. Okay, so this is 6mm check glass bellflower in cyan or pink. And again, I think I have the cyan. I feel like Dr. Seuss every time I say cyan. And there was the matte cyan, so I was right a minute ago. But these are bellflowers. These are real pretty. I always like making these, putting like a little smaller bead on like the inside, and making it look like a little bellflower. Then we have 3x5mm check, and there was 25 of those. Then we have a 3x5mm check glass gem cut rondelles in light pink. And that's these. And there's also 25 of these. These are really, they're almost flesh toned because they almost match my skin. Okay. Oh, I thought that was some hair. It's just the string. Next, we have 1x2mm Chinese crystal rondelle, opaque red or crystal. I have the crystal, I'm pretty sure. And it's 120 pieces. These are real tiny. But see, you could take something like, well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't show as much, but that's what I mean. You could take a real small bead and put in the bottom of that. Then we have 8mm check glass cherry flower in a red copper. And that is most certainly red copper. It looks more copper than red. But it's supposed to look like a flower. Finally, for the strands, we have either 4mm or 6mm check glass pearl in rose gold. I don't think that's what I've got. That does not look... check glass pearl in rose gold. That does not look rose gold to me. It's certainly doesn't look pearl. It almost looks like the cyan, but instead of it being matte, it's clear. So I don't know. Either I'm looking at it wrong or they ran out and had to give me this. Sometimes that happens. All right. Well, I remember telling y'all that there was something that was pearl and I couldn't figure out what it was talking about. Well, this was under my big fat butt stove. Okay, I just wanted to show you. Alright, so let's move these over. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm struggling tonight. Next, we have... Oh, yeah, they're definitely getting us ready for Valentine's. We have 11 by 16 millimeter check glass hearts. Pink with red. That is not pink with red. Let me go find my right heart. Oh, here we go. It's these. Okay, so it's 11 by 16 millimeter check glass heart. Pink with red. And so it's pink. On the camera, it looks like two different color pinks. Come on. But it's pink and then the veins are red. Those are pretty. That makes some pretty earrings. Then we have 12 by 18 millimeter check glass twisted oval. It's also 2 pieces. And it's in pink opal. Then we have 13 millimeter check glass wild rose, opaque red with gold wash, and it's 2-piece. So, where are you, wild rose? Oh, here it is. These are very antique looking. I like them. These make me think of maybe what is call it? Wild check glass wild rose. It makes me think of the Wild West era or something. I don't know, but they definitely look old timey. But I like them, and they are opaque red with gold wash. I really do like those. Then we have 7 by 12 millimeter check glass baroque pearl in white. And that'd be these 8 pieces. Pearl's kind of it's a unique white. It's a white of its own, isn't it? Alright. Then we have 8 millimeter check glass hearts in cyan, and that's these that I grabbed first. I like these cute little hearts. They make me think of red hot candies, and around Valentine's they usually make them heart shaped. That's what they make me think of. But those are pretty little hearts, and you get 6 of these. Then we have a 16 by 20 millimeter pewter filigree heart. Ooh. Yes, sir. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. I like that. Might go with those earrings, even though that's pewter. Maybe. But I like that. That's pretty. Alright, next we have 10 by 20 millimeter check glass drop opaque pink crystal. How many? Ten by 20 millimeter check glass drop opaque pink opal. Did I mess that up a minute ago? Because that doesn't look like opaque pink opal. That would look more like opaque pink opal. Let me see, where was the other 2 at that I thought that was? Maybe if I had read all of that, I wouldn't have got confused. Alright, so I'm sorry. This one is 12 by 18 millimeter check glass twisted oval and pink opal. And you can tell these are twisted. These are certainly, come on camera, these are certainly twisted in a good way. Those are pretty. Okay, so that was the twisted pink opal. Now, these guys, where's the other one? These guys are the, main camera, there we go. These guys are the 10 by 20 millimeter check glass drop opaque pink opal. I am so sorry about that. Okay. Then we have, if I don't mess this one up, then we have vintage style check glass heart ruby with copper wash. That's pretty too. It's very old-fashioned like. And that would match the flowers if you wanted to do the flowers. But I think I overlooked this one. We also have a check glass 18 millimeter check glass wild rose. And I did overlook that one. Check glass wild rose with opaque red and gold wash. And that was right after those two little ones. I just overlooked it. Y'all have to forgive me tonight. I'm back down my back. So not that y'all want to hear all my sad story. But I'm just letting you know I can't focus too well apparently. Alright, then we have, where you at, April? Check glass melon rondelle beads in ruby with the AB finish. That would be these, because these kind of look like a little melon. And you can see that we're pretty AB finished. That Aurora Borealis, because it looks like, you know, several colors in there. I always like those. Well, my door opened. Okay, then we have 8 by 12 millimeter check glass table cut rectangle in pink opal or cherry, 4 pieces, and I've got the pink opal, which will match our little twisted things. These are not twisted. But they will match it. Well, close enough. On camera that almost looks white, but it's not. It is pink. Oh, I don't think I was. Oh, I'm sorry. My door opened up and my husband was singing. And I was trying to get my daughter to shut my door because I can't get up the way I'm sitting. I restarted the camera and I don't think I turned it back on. So if not, I think this was the only thing I had left when I was reading everything off. After that, I was just mainly just gabbing. It was this 30 by 32 silver tie heel butterfly, 1 piece. Obviously, I'll know when I go back and edit this if I did or did not hit record. And if I think I missed something in this, I will go back and tell you guys. I'll just kind of write it in as I'm editing. I know one thing I said, I think this yellow blanket that I got to cover my little table maybe was sort of throwing the color off. And I wanted to put it on this paper, this white paper that they send it in, to kind of give you a little bit of a, maybe a better look with it being against white versus the yellow. So I'm going to pull, well, I'll do that here in just a minute. But again, this is Dollar Bead Box, and with them, a big perk with them is if you subscribe to their channel, if you subscribe to their box or the monthly subscription box, the Dollar Bead Box or the Dollar Bead Bag, then you have access. You can go on and they have, it's not everything in their store, but they have a lot of things in their store that it's just $1 for the strand. For example, you know, you might go and see this and it might be $1. That's just an example, but they have a lot of things that's just for $1. So But that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and forgive me for being so crazy tonight. Again, my back's just not good right now, and other stuff with this whole body. But anyway, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your night, and hopefully I'll get on this soon. And I don't know if I want to make something more Valentine, or if I want to make more of that old-fashioned, you know, that old-timey. I love that. That's just, I don't know what it is about it. It reminds me of, like, I don't know, I said Wild West, but it's probably not quite that far back. It reminds me more of, like, I don't know, because it certainly doesn't look 50s or 60s. It looks a little older than that to me. So did I say 1800s? I meant not late 1800s, early 1900s is what I'm thinking that looks like to me. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'm driving you all nuts, I know. So just go and check them out. And I'm sorry I don't have a code with them yet. You know, maybe if I restart with them, then we can re-talk about it. So I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your night, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And sorry I've been crazy. But I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Love y'all. Bye. Hey, if you like this video, you may want to check out my previous video or my previous series. Talk to you soon.